Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from TNJ, and welcome back to the New Orleans Kings franchise, coming off of a pretty decent month of April as we head into the month of May here in Season 4. And we started out the season winning a couple of games versus the Angels. And last episode, you saw us win a couple of games versus the Cleveland Indians. And then we had a tough outing versus the White Sox. And I think the goal this year, especially in the beginning of the season, is to make a statement in the AL. So the Seattle Mariners are doing pretty well right now. They've been in a 3-year rebuild, and now they're back in the middle of the thick of things in the AL West. But here is Carlos Santana up in the bottom of the 9th inning, and he ruins a great outing by the Mariners with a deep bomb to left field. And that is his 8th home run of the season. I like the critical situations and playing them because it kind of gives you that thrill, being in the 9th inning, being late in the games, as here comes Logan Gilbert out of the bullpen. But I like playing these scenarios. It kind of gives me a way to get through the season pretty quickly, and because 162 games is way too many to play, and you want to get through it and see how players develop in seasons. So that's why I kind of use this approach. I do play full games too. I also like to play the critical situations a lot more, just because, you like to see what your guys are doing in clutch situations as well. So here in the bottom of the 9th inning, here is Nate Barron who comes up, and that one will take us to the bottom of the 10th inning. So that brings up Justin Thompson, who hits one hard up the middle, and that one with 2 outs will get a runner on first base here. And now we tied the game up in the 9th. And here comes Moncada to the plate with a man on first base. You think we're going to steal a bag here, but it's an 0-2 count. And he gets a hanger. He drives it deep off the right field wall. And that one will knock off the wall, and the center fielder has to come up and throw. And look at Thompson. He's on his horse. He's going to score easily all the way from first base. And that's how this one ends. Wow. A walk-off there. We tied the game up in the 9th inning. Moncada comes through for his signature moment so far in this series, and he gives us the win 2-1. This is a good divisional victory here versus, a pitching staff that is much improved for the Mariners, and we get the win. So we hop to the next series here, another bottom of the 9th situation, and here we're facing the Oakland Athletics. I want to show these divisional opponents and see what we're doing against them. And here we are, down by 1 run in the 9th inning. Same situation pretty much. And here is Nate Barron at the play, and he is looking at that one. Dan Winkler gets him to watch that one low in the zone, as that brings up Justin Thompson, 3 for 4 in this game with a man on second base with a chance to at least tie this game up. And on an 0-2 pitch, he gets one on the right side of the play on the outside part, and that is going to be a strike 3 curveball as Oakland gets the win in this game. And we fall 5-4 to Oakland. But I like what I see from this offense. At least we're staying in these games. When they get 5, we get 4. When they get 1, we get 1. We tie it up in the 9th inning. I mean, at least we're staying in these games. And here's another one versus the Rangers. Let's touch everybody in this division. This one is the top of the 9th inning, so we're on the road facing Liam Hendricks. And here is Barron at the plate once again. He has been cold to start this season. He is 0 for 3 in this game. So with guys on first and second here, 0-2 count. Let's see if he can come through. So the pitch is over the middle, and it's a curveball. It just absolutely fools him. Strike 3. Hendricks' second strikeout, as that brings up Thompson again as the top of the lineup does roll over. Let's see if Thompson can come through in this one. So now on the first pitch, let's see what he can do. Liam Hendricks leaves it on the right side of the plate, and it's just going to be a ground ball to second. He throws to the shortstop, throws to second. It's going to be an out, and the Texas Rangers get a win in this one. And that is going to be a 4-3 win for them. They had 10 hits in this game to our 5. And that just makes me think of what we should do with our lineup, because now I see Nate Barron. He's just struggling. I'm going to put Yanni Hernandez in there and have him get some more playing time. As remember, Michael Brantley is hurt. He got hurt last episode, so he is out right now. And then I'm going to just switch Justin Thompson and Jeremy Pena around. I think that makes sense at this point, because Jeremy Pena is hitting a lot better than Thompson, and maybe too much pressure at the top of the lineup for Thompson right now, and maybe he'll warm up to it. But I like Pena at the top right now. Let's see how he does. So we get through the month of May, and we actually do pretty well. And just looking at what we do, we actually end up beating the Minnesota Twins 2 out of 3 at the end. We beat Toronto 2 out of 4. We split with them. And then we actually split with the Phillies. But, you know, in the beginning of that month, I think that, you know, we just find a spell where we lose one game and we just kind of roll. We kind of just lose another one. And then we bounce back. So it's like we always have to lose 2 before winning one game or lose 3 before winning one game. We can't, like, bounce back from a loss with a straight win. And that's one thing that I want to see out of this team. Is here's Moncada up in a game, an 8-2 game. And he already had 2 home runs in this game, and that is his 3rd. So Moncada hits 12 home runs here through the month of May now. And a pretty hot start for him so far. And I love to see this because our star player has to play like a star. So 13-2 now in this game. And I thought the Minnesota Twins would be a lot better this season. They are having a very down year after a World Series victory last year. And Moncada had one more at bat. I want to see if he can get 4 in a game. And he hits a pop-up in foul territory. It's an out, but we get the victory, a big-time win in this one, 13-2. Moncada goes 3 for 6 with 3 home runs. As we now sit here at 30-26, and the Athletics take the first place over, and they're actually on a 4-game losing streak. So they actually had a big lead there in first place, but then they actually came back down to earth. And now towards the end of the month of May, Michael Brantley is starting to come back now. It looks like he's going to be off the DL in a few days. So that is a good sign for our offense. I think we've been missing him a little bit. And now we hop into a matchup at the end of the month of May here, May 31st to be exact. 20-34 the Twins are, and we're 30-26. And I want to get one win before going into the draft day episode. And just looking at who is doing well for them, Arias is hitting 306. And for us, Jake Cave is hitting in the 3 spot now, hitting 287. As Corey Dickerson's hitting 258 in the 5 spot. Yanni Hernandez is hitting 270 at the bottom of the lineup. And Tapia is hitting 287. So he's got that average right back up. He's hitting last there at the end of the lineup. But look who we face. We face a former guy that used to be playing with us in our organization the first couple of years. We traded for him in Season 1. He played Season 2 with us. And now here he is once again, Jace Vines. So here he is facing Jeremy Pena, who leads it off with a blooper right over the top of him. And look at Pena. And that's what I like to see from a leadoff batter. Just get on base, whatever it takes. Just get some wood on the ball, and he does just that. So that brings up Moncada, who hits a fly ball to left field, and it seems like that one's just going to be an easy pop-up. And remember, the Twins did lose Byron Buxton, so he did go to the Yankees in the offseason, as that brings up Jake Cave, and he hits one to the right side, and it sneaks through. So now we got guys on the corners here as Jeremy Pena does round second pretty hard. He's got good speed, 79. And now we got guys on the corners here to start out this game on the road at Target Field, as that brings up Carlos Santana in the 4-hole, but he just pops one up on the infield. And now 2 outs here, guys on the corners. And that's going to bring up our man Corey Dickerson, who we signed in the offseason to be clutch. Let's be clutch here in the first inning as he gets a hanger over the middle, and he drives it deep to left center. That one will bounce off the wall. Let's see if we do send Moncada. We round third and head home, and it's going to be safe at home. That wasn't Moncada. And that one does score our second run of the evening. And now that was Jake Cave, actually, and now we take the 2-0 lead. That brings up Scooter Gennett to the plate as he hits one to the right side, and that one does get through. He gets the start in this one, and we round third, but we do not head home on that one because now we have guys in the corners here, and Reese McGuire at the plate hitting in the 7-hole. Let's see if he can come through. So on a 2-1 account, Reese McGuire hits one deep, and it's driven out of here in a hurry. A 3-run shot. Reese McGuire's first home run of the season. And Jace Vines, I just remember these days with Jace Vines. He gave up a ton of hits when he played with us, and it continues as we play them on the road. It's 5-0 here in the first inning. Now that brings up Yanni Hernandez, and he continues the hit parade here in the first inning. It gets all the way to the wall in right field, and the right fielder will play this one. But look at Yanni. He's got good speed. He's heading to third. He gets there easily. So a man on third base now, 5-run lead here in the first inning. And the manager decides to pull Jace Vines already. Wow. Jesse Biddle comes out of the bullpen in the first. And the first batter he faces is Ramil Tapia, who does hit 1-2 shallow left field, and it's run down. But wow, we hit so well that we pulled our ex-pitcher, Jace Vines, who I thought was going to be a guy that we can develop in our organization. Just doesn't seem like it is working out with the Twins either. After one bad outing, I don't know if you can really define his career off of one bad outing, but still, this happened with us. Now it's happening with the Twins. So here is Pablo Lopez on the mound. Remember, he got demoted from our ace to probably the second spot in the rotation. But now I like our rotation with Lopez at the 2 and Musgrove at the 1. I think this is a strong rotation and the strongest we've had here in this series, to be honest, as Lopez does give up a hit here in the first inning. But that brings up Matt Olson here in the 4-hole, and he is going to swing and miss at a 2-seamer on the outside part of the plate. And we do get the strikeout as now we move into the top of the third inning. So that brings up Carlos Santana, who does start off the inning with a little blooper to center field, and that drops down. So now we have a man on first base here to lead off the third inning. So that brings up Corey Dickerson, who had that RBI double in the first, and he watches that one on the inside half, and that's ball 4. So now we got guys on first and second. And here's Scooter Gennett, who already has a hit in this game, 1 for 1. And he gets a pitch over the middle, and he drives it to the gap. That's a hard liner to center field, and it will score 1 run, and we will advance the runner to third base. So now 6-0 here through the first 3 innings, and still guys on the corners, no outs. That brings up Reese McGuire, who already has an RBI, has a home run in this game, and he hits one to right field for the RBI, and that is going to be a 7-0 game here in the third inning, and we're still going. There's still no outs. So that brings up Yanni, who has that triple earlier down the right field line, hitting from the right side of the plate this time, and it's just going to be a fly ball to center field. No more Buxton out there. And now Jeremy Pena comes up with 2 outs, and he hits just a fly ball to right field. Looks like that one will be run down, but 7-0. Our offense is hot here in this game. Let's check on Pablo Lopez on the mound, and here facing the Twins lineup, who really underachieving this season so far. Remember, they're coming off of that World Series win. They lost a lot of their free agents, and now they're kind of looking to rebuild after that World Series win. That brings up the World Series MVP, Jorge Polanco, who hits one to left field, and that one will drop in. So now they got guys on first and second here with 1 out, and that brings up Nick Gordon, a promising young prospect now at the MLB level, who hits 1-2 right field, and is going to be run down by Tapia, but the runner will tag from second base. But now guys on the corners here, 2 outs here in this inning. Let's see if we can get out with no runs done, and the third batter will hit it to right field, and that is caught by Jake Cave. No run surrendered. So that moves us on to the 5th inning. Here is Scooter Gennett at the plate. Oh, and he gets beamed that time. A high fastball up in the zone. Now a 7-1 game. As now that brings up Reese McGuire, who is already 2 for 2 so far in this game, as he hits one. No, he swings and misses. A low curveball. He was fooled on that one. As that brings up Yanni with 2 outs. Man on first base, and he swings and misses at the high heat, and the Minnesota Twins get out of that inning. But now we move on to the 6th inning now. Bases loaded, and now Carlos Santana, the AL batting champ, comes to the plate. And now let's see if he comes through with a 3-2 count. He hits one hard to right field. It's deep, but it's right at the right fielder. Looks like that one will score a run from third base, a sacrifice fly for Carlos Santana. 8-1 here in the 6th inning. As the inning continues here with 2 outs. That brings up Corey Dickerson, who hits one hard to the left side, and that one will drop in. Make it 9-1. As the Twins do not look good. Remember, Yoan Moncada had that 3-home run game last game, and now we continue the hit parade into this one. Is 9-1. Here's Scooter at the plate. He goes deep to opposite field, and it looks like that one will just die in the air, and that's a fly ball out. But still, this is a commanding lead here for the Kings. 11 hits so far to their 3. As we move into the 7th inning, here is Moncada coming off of a 3-home-run game, and he check swings on that one. That is going to be called a ball. So now 2-1 count, facing Zach Little on the mound now. Moncada swings and then drives this one deep to right field. It's got Carey. And it does. Get out of here. His 4th home run in 2 games. Moncada hits his 13th home run of the season. And that's just how this game goes. In the end of the month of May, we dominate in dominant fashion as we eventually take the 15-1 lead with Ryan Stanek closing it out, and he gets a pop-up, and Jeremy Pena's under that one. And it's a quality win, a quality 2 wins for your Kings at the month of May as we head into draft day next episode, and we get the win. But how about this? A 20 hits game for your Kings, and Pablo Lopez looked good on the mound. Reese McGuire looked good at the plate. Good to see him get going. As we look at our hottest hitters now at the month of May, Yoan Moncada, 284. He's hitting spectacular now, and he's still getting better. He's still 27 years old. I mean, even 4 years into this franchise, he's still a young guy to develop, and he's about at the age where we got David Bodie at. So, really, we're getting a more improved David Bodie. Joe Musgrove, I mean, just amazing. Look at this, 7-1, 104 whip. He's having the best season of his career. Just amazing. Jeremy Pena, if he's not an all-star, I'm going to be upset because this happened last year with Jake Cave. He was well over 300. He was one of the best hitters in baseball. And Jeremy Pena, I mean, he is young, 25 years old. I did not expect him to be this good. He's hitting 306. Ramel Tapia is hitting 288, and Justin Thompson has that average up to 266. I mean, not bad improvement. I'm seeing it from these young guys. I am really, really encouraged on the future of our outfield. But then we look at some guys that are slumping, and Corey Lee is going through that slump now. This is his 3rd season up at the MLB level, and you can just see he's hitting 221, a dip from what he hit last year. He hit 271. I was expecting him to hit about 290 this year. I was hoping that he would do that. As Carlos Santana also slumping, and I need to see those guys hit better. If they can hit better, I can honestly say that there's no doubt we will win the division because I can see our pitching's doing pretty well, and our hitting, especially our young guys, they're doing extremely well. So Brad Hand looks like he's off to a cold start again like last year. He has 4 blown saves already. So I'm hoping that he does the same thing as last year and just rights the ship and gets better. So this is what the month of May looked like, and we're going into draft day next episode. We ended the month with winning the probably, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we won 8 out of the last 10, actually 9 out of the last 11. And that's a pretty good ending to the month of May as we head into June. I think that June is where we make our run at first place going into All-Star break in July and into the trade deadline. I don't know if we'll make moves. I think we will, though, just to improve, to make that playoff push. So we'll have to see. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I be trying to do me, but they be trying to copy, though. Only problem with that is they not me, though. People act cool, but really they be shysty, though. They say they got your back, but they ain't even behind me, though. I be low-key, but police be trying to find me.